Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Dis na good news to Edo pipo. The Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki don increase minimum wage to 40,000 naira. Make I leave you make you hear from Comrade Stanley Osaze Osakworo Odin. Wetin im get to talk for dis matter.
Una good evening, my people. Na me, una brother, una friend, Comrade Stanley Osaze Osakworo Odin. Na I come back again this evening, come give us and discuss about the current ongoing story wey we get for our Obodo Edo State. If you no see me, dem not talk am. We all know wetin dey happen for dis country. For the fact say as an individual or groups, we understand the various roles and responsibility of government. If we wan blame anybody, we go know where we suppose blame Mr. A, where we suppose blame Mr. B, and where we suppose blame Mr. C. If mistake dey come from here, we go know say na here e for dey come. No be when mistake dey come from here, we dey blame here. As of today, I no go fit tell you like my mind dey sweet when I hear say where all other governors across the country dey reduce workers salary and dey sack workers because dem know say the country is plagued with economic recession. I no dey do comparison and contrast, but when something go come happen, you go see reason to talk. As we speak, Governor Nyesom Wike never pay teachers for his state. That one na where everybody dey celebrate. Hey! But as we speak today, where as good as Nasir Welfare of Kaduna State, he sef reduce workers. No be Yaya Bello wey dey talk. Those ones say the money wey dey go the pool, those ones by this kind of time, not the government wey dey take care of those ones. Those ones don't even get anything to talk about government. But for our Edo, governor not only put into consideration the physical welfare of our workers by building their infrastructure and rehabilitating where necessary decaying civil service infrastructure. The governor go into training and retraining of the civil servant for efficient service delivery. The governor can even go beyond that, can go directly to the individual welfare of workers. Where other governors they sack and they reduce, the Edo State government under the able leadership of His Excellency Governor Godwin Obaseki go announce am today say minimum wage for Edo State is 40,000 naira. If you carry check, wetin be dey call upa ugwere say look am, you go even surprise say even federal government no fit pay that kind salary scale as far as the country is concerned. Because everybody dey say the country is already in recession. But the government of Edo State, as of today, announce that if I never research reach there, if you say make you check am critically, you will be surprised to know say na this one may be the highest in the country. But let me not conclude first. I need to investigate. Make it not be say the information when I come here, not come here. But the point wey we dey talk see, His Excellency Governor Obaseki to get apology. Mona remember, e never reach how many weeks wey the governor announce say the state IGR don hit 3 billion. Na immediately he increase the salaries of Edo workers. This, apart from the increase, I challenge anybody, no single person for this state wey no dey get his salary on the 25th of every month. Where other states dey cry, the governor of Edo State increase the number of employment in terms of workers. And again, the governor of Edo State, apart from the increment, he raised the salary structure. Apart from the salary structure, the government put into consideration the physical welfare of workers. This is the reason why dem dey fight am, because dem know say dem give am chance, e go really show wetin true governance is all about. Governor announce 3 billion as IGR in the state 3 weeks ago. Today, workers' money increase. No be the number of promotions wey the government dey dish out to encourage workers to continue to do more. If you ask an average Edo worker, say, how are you feeling under the dispensation of His Excellency Governor Godwin Obaseki? He will tell you, say, I'm not going to tell you lie. There is a great improvement in terms of our welfare. When many governors never even fit pay salary, Edo government dey pay salary. As not just the payment to listen, Edo government dey pay salary as at when due. Listen to that statement. As at when due. Not be when pikin dey sick, you needed money to take care of your pikin. Time don show dem dey pay. They no gree pay. They come go pay later. That payment no be sweet payment, but guess they pay later. But when you needed that money the most, you see and use. But in the case of Edo, Edo government no go only pay you, e go pay you as at when due. But if dey only pay some of us, say many people no know say dem by dey fight this man to distract am from all this. Let me tell you, there is nowhere in the world where when Godfather no dey. Now when Godfather use force, na they call am Godfather, with the negative Godfather. But person wey really work and deliver the state, do the right thing for the state will never forget such person. They know say if this man dey give am chance make he dey rule in peace, make he really get freedom wey governor dey get take rule. At the end of the day, if this man leave power, Edo go dey consult am. So they want to do everything humanly possible to frustrate am, make e no fit achieve. Now let me tell you, IGR will increase 3 billion. Will you kill the governor if you no increase salary? If you no even talk about after that day, you dey do road, dey build road, dey go hungry, wan keep people for house. No salary. At the end of the day, you will count the number of what we do remaining. Employment 0. In this state, for good 8 years, in the past government, there was no single employment. The only employment wey take place for that 8 years, maybe Edo years. As the government wan comot, dem disband the years. Edo years, na be the only employment. 10,000 jobs. We no dey forget wetin happen for our present. Even wetin they do for where we dey when we be omomo at the age of 34 till today, I can still tell you. No dey talk of the one wey me my eye don clear down. 10,000 jobs. As the government dey comot, they disband all of them. Some of them today don die, some na thieves. Na only the one wey dey resilient, na if it is stand to death to say yes, you must go. But you know what? When you look at the traffic system in Edo compared to what was obtainable in the past, and I think the government of Edo must improve the activity as well in terms of health now, because some bad eggs want to destroy the image of that noble organization. Imagine the traffic when S-Man dey street, it was so there from the beginning. Then they help person push motor. When your motor spoil from you, they will assist you inside the road. Now so in a bid they go now. But some elements won't start to lose car. But we dey to shake them. They don't feel lose car. We no agree. Nobody can tarnish the image of a government with all fought to establish in those states. You must not be governor, deputy chief of staff to be able to impact positively on your state. It's our collective responsibility. We must do the right thing. We will make sure say, I do better for you and I do better for you. Now see this government doesn't come out now just shout again say, federal government engage yourself more on food security. Oh, famine is coming. Now so you tell them before. Say the CBN is printing money recklessly. The attacker, as we speak today, we are not only in recession, we are not only facing inflation in this country, we are facing hyper, galloping, runaway, and persistent inflation. Hyper, galloping, runaway, and persistent inflation. For those of you who are economists, you know what I'm just saying. When the government says this country they don't already plunger into the backwater of economic decadence, he advised the nation they not hear. He not say he not get the power to control the general price level. He said what I needed to do now is to cushion the effect of the anticipated economic imbroglio we will hit this our Ogonge Nigeria. Can the government go to individual house and begin to share money? No. He called the defense and say, which of the sector of the economy you go slap, where you go poor, enter individual houses? He said, let's go to the workers in the state. And I plead to this His Excellency, sir, if you can as well put pressure on companies and private consortiums to follow suit, stricto sensu, the current minimum wage that we've just established in every state, it would have been fine. Because the way it is now, those who are in the government sector will feel the benefit. But those who are in the private sector will not have access to it. I was surprised. I don't know say I don't get company till I started practicing my profession. If you come out enter this area, you know say those are industrial hub. Forget say it never reach how industrial economy be. But compared to so many, it is gradually growing as an industrial hub. They knew all this. They know say the man is an intellectual gladiator. Let me tell you, for those who work, nothing good comes easy. This is the price Obaseki must pay to build a better Edo. We challenge them. I challenged them yesterday. I will challenge them. I challenge them to any debate. Come and say this government is not working. The facts are there. The only issues they are using against him now is the political issues. It is the political issue. Which one be the political issues? The man never one day come and say, I want to be president. I want to be vice president. If now some governors, their time when it elapsed, they don't do big plans here and there. Where is the next place? I could recall the statement made by His Excellency. It is to election. Every of us will say, man, when the money made a bring money and go work, now go when the money now. We know say that those other people, they don't release billions coming for their side. We need to own money to work. The statement of the government is that everybody should go and work. I have no money to share. If I lose, I will take my leave and go back to my business. It is your future, your son's future. Go and fight and defend, regardless of the amount of money we they spend. The governor, in collaboration with all of those in the diaspora and those of us at home, got an outright victory. Now let me tell you why we are facing this kind of precarious situation. Let me tell you. They know that the Excellency does not have a physical godfather. If he had a godfather, His Excellency will not hold any town hall, meeting with anybody. No. His Excellency will be holding the town hall meeting with the gladiators who will in turn come to the street to say, let us, don't worry, the man is performing. And how are they going to send that message to you? They are going to use the Agbero network to reach out to you. And you will be compelled to agree. But as of today, the fight is all about the political huge class and the representative of the people. Those who have the economic war chest to as well compel government to listen to them. But the truth is this: a governor that is very stubborn, a very calm and stubborn, a well orchestrated calculator with the brain of King Solomon, knows when to act. And because of that, they are not comfortable. You expect them to be liking this man. They can't like him when he's busy increasing minimum wage. And you think that 10,000 naira, they plus and follow all the workers. If they put them for pocket, nothing will happen. People put them for pocket for this town. In the past, people they go government house, they'll carry Ghana must go. They'll share allocation. Now they'll come and let after that kind 30, after that kind 2 days, they will say, man, this is the government of Otokinadu. Who want to call Obaseki Otokinadu? They don't want to call him. You know why? Because they don't see ourselves. Stop. Very intelligent. They are all looking for we. Huh? The white man states clearly, and I quote, sorry, the network was bad. Our characteristics are what we possess. And our reputation is what people say about us. We do not have the capacity whatsoever to determine what people will say about us. What we have control over is the ability to depict the true quality of a sensible human being when depicting our character trait in the presence of the entire world. Then people now act within their own prerogative to determine your reputation based on what they perceive from your character. I want to first of all commend His Excellency for putting the interest of Edo people first. It is obvious. President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan warned us. He said, I am one of the world's most insulted presidents. But when I leave office, you will remember the freedom you were having under my watch. What is the case today? It is obvious that the Buhari administration is a monumental failure. How many of these same people in the State have ever come out to criticize the Buhari? Think. How many of them an obvious monumental failure? How many of them have ever come out to criticize him? But when Obaseki blow up, they'll say kill that. They expect Obaseki to be automatic Jesus Christ. Even Jesus Christ not solve all problem in the world before he died. A man wey go plan say I want to leave now, I want to go and do food and so too. If headache whole night go sleep, you know they go having to say God no, then na immortal. If dey get headache, see how you dey feel so that you no work. Even common CFO and survey wey we dey do, we dey break down. Talk to yourself, this one ministry come, na him dey say The problem we are having in our society is that we want others to give us what we cannot provide. The sense of extreme entitlement have eaten deep into the fabric of our society. This is an opportunity in the group. We must utilize it very well. Now let's understand what development actually entails. My phone was some few minutes ago. It was bad, so I have to remove the SIM from the phone and put it on this phone. And as we speak, the calls are coming in, and it is inhibiting the smooth flow of our communication. And the distraction is much. Now let's look at what development actually entails. First, what is development? Let me make it so easy so that everybody will understand. It is change. Development might be quantitative, which may be negative, or qualitative, which may be positive. Something might happen. So, what's the development in this environment? They should person here. It's a negative development. A new government infrastructure has been established. It's a positive development. Now, like the way the Nigerian state is today, we are not developing. We are growing. That is development in terms of quantitative measure. In an arithmetic rate. But when it becomes qualitative, it becomes a geometric rate of development. Now, what is development? How can we apply this to Edo? As we speak today in Edo State, people want to see street lights, flower, street furniture, roads. They don't care about humanity. But you know what? The best form of development is human capacity development. Just recently, although the Easterners are taking over that school now, the governor Obaseki administration built a technologically driven computer institute in Oromi. Go and check the number of people going to the school. Igbos. And don't wait the builder. They know they go. So now people go to go. Other people they hear from other states, they go and go. All of them will be professional ICTs in different fields. But our people not go. They want to see road, light and water. But not knowing that when you empower this man will in turn empower the society. Go to Ogonomi, he's there. Ogonomi not far. Everybody see when government go commissioner then. But there is there. The governor came out publicly to say, this is frustrating our efforts in having access to light. Why would I tell my people that we have no light? We can't keep the light when they know that the light is available. As we speak today, virtually all government offices is being run by the Osiobo power plant. Ask yourself this simple question. Does the state government have the right to send the same electricity to individual household? The answer is no. If he tries it, they will drag him to court. Because electricity is of three ramifications. You have the power generating point. the transmitting and the distribution. These two generation transmission is solely controlled by the federal government. The transmission, distribution, which our discos are distributing. If your governor, even if he has life that can guarantee Edo to the end of Nigeria, to the end of the earth, he can't supply it to you. If he tries it, he goes to court because their hands are tied. That's why your governor came out publicly. This is frustrating our effort to ensure electricity in this town. So, for those who are asking, they give light, they don't give light. He has no right to give light, even if the light is available. If he tries it, he will be greeted with thousands of litigation. It may be considered as a breach on the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So, no one to blame. This same set of people have never, in any way, criticized the obnoxious, the nonchalant, and the nepotistic actions of the Buhari administration. Will be fooled. They are looking for every available opportunity to hit the government so that the end of it will say, no matter. And thank God for a man like Obaseki who is resilient. If not some people, as big fat apple for APC, if you come PDP, you see, may the number say that me the fight to fight, may you believe him. He said, no, this is my belief. I will stand till the end. If you like, if this fight don't end, Obaseki don't come out, you go know whether I fight for you or not. Wait, not be today. After I tell you, it don't come out, you will know because exam my result in my now song for Donald. Exam my result in my you remember this song? Yes. A result today, when you know day, you go know. Because one thing I have noticed is this. In this world, when you are alive, people tend to jettison you. They act as if they don't know you. But when you are dead, you will be fast to identify themselves with, oh, may still recipes. Oh, Gitema. Don't say Gitema. So that's the point. Sorry, the network was bad because I'm coming in this affecting me. So believe you me, my dear brothers and sisters, let's keep supporting Obaseki. Don't worry. At the expiration of his tenure, you will know if he actually fought for you or not. Nemo Judas in Kaseswa. No man shall be judged in his own case. Audi Otera Patel. You must hear directly from the party first before judging. As of now, we are hearing from him. He cannot be a judge in his own case. But at the inspiration of his telling, you will openly acknowledge that this man really tried, will not know. They kill Ali now. Ali will not do all the two ways of it. To the way we are alias. They kill him. Agbalinia. Amaroye. Dr. Sabogomu. Amaroye. Go and check. These people don't let do governor for Edo State. Benga State. Go and check their efforts. Ayekbiya yesi. Ayekbiya yesi. A victim can never be afraid of his victim. And I know that the governor is a determined person. So, regardless of what people will say, he wants to make sure that he engages himself on the right path. Some of us who have our own personal orientation knows that we have our own personal reputation to protect. If Obaseki is acting on the wrong path, even if I don't come out to criticize him, I will not say anything about it and I will not even support him. I will be looking at him. But when it is necessary for us to speak out, we will tell them that. You know, in our society today, many people don't know how to take the articulate. There are ways you talk to a sitting government. The democratic institution gave us opportunity, but use it wisely. Before, for this state, message to them, now this one, for this state, people by the command, they cause government. And because those government guilty, the overcomers will go settle off for back. If you like cause of bank, you like it tomorrow. If you not get evidence about what you talk about, you go prison. You know, when you say come, then stop the customer you take zero. You know, give you couple. So that idea when they pay those days, you don't know. You don't know. Say you say, if I know they decide they look for everything, they destroy the second image, pay for coming for negotiation. Ask those who say they call up for negotiation. Ask the waiting they see. So not go to say when you buy the cost of Obaseki, the attacker, you're going to say, this one pay, this is the pay for you. I will call up more settle and another. You know the settle person. You know the settle person. You know the settle. Many people don't really know Obaseki. They don't know how say that they are government. Then they look out from far, they don't know how well. If you know Obaseki, you know say you know the settle. Obaseki, you know if you understand. Obaseki, if you see you here, you go to look, you go to as in, except at that moment, the thing will make the state move forward. He dey with you there, you follow up. Say you just gonna stay say na we do one suppose come meet us. Na brother you hold. You hold o. Now we get opportunity to get this yama. Make we sincerely stand by am. Obaseki is fighting for the people. That doesn't mean say nothing fight to yourself. If you fight to yourself, we will not go to bed now. But believe me, it's action as of now. You're gonna end the government. If you say you want to fight for yourself, you don't fight any of this fight. If you want to fight for yourself, oh God, I share that, it will be 60-40. It will be 60-40, it will enter us. You know the hear noise. Everybody will come and hear them. Our to the man of the only man who know because that's 60-40. But as it not be 60-40, no formula. The only 40 wey you go get na the road wey dey take your number of people wey get work go governor use the money dey pay. Na the fact I dey tell you. Na only that one you between you get you wan go dey use the people wey be say go dey pay salary for your area. Say you come sit down for how you come cross leg or say behind that politician here wey on near close out. Nobody go where close out o. Nobody go where anywhere o. No let anybody tell you say my nyan do na nobody nyan do na small boy. All the way when you see the look so wey you dey watch will be small boy. So I want to thank you wey you take watch me and I want to advise you not let anybody spoil this government for you. Must be you wey dey diaspora watch this one. You no know how much you spend. You will watch now. You don't know how much you spend. Talk am. You wan spend all those things finish. At the end of the day, you use your hand to wait till you secure. If you wan know, we observe am clearly. Who you think say Obaseki wan dey take order from? Obaseki dey take order from the people. No one individual who Obaseki take order from these people because no be dem put am. Na im make dem dey fight am. Because dem dey fear say e no dey take order and dey say e must take order. And those wey e dey say I no take order from these people, na this one I wan dey take order from. Na dem dey go dey join dem dey fight those people wey wan make God dey take order from them. How will the governor wey you are elect go dey take order from one man? If you say Obaseki no be man, as una don pressure am, you go take order. That time you go reach. I surprise one day I dey go for road. Obaseki and one policeman drive Sienna pass. Only him and the police. Sienna. The kind Sienna wey me dey drive so Sienna no be even that heavy. Na that time I own Sienna wey me dey drive so. Now Obaseki take pass. All the old in-laws for government house, when the government go, na the new one dey die. Obaseki rehabilitate am. He share am back. No one spoil. No decay motor for government house. Go look the motor before. Which kind motor commissioners dey drive? Not be Prado. Na Mr. Bush all of dey drive in Africa. Una no know government wey approve. As he come out and answer to you say the IGR na 30 billion. The next 3 weeks he increase everybody's salary. May you sef benefit from your IGR. People don't know wetin dey go on. They wan frustrate the man effort. But make instant fear because we already know say as I need to reach the killer. As Obewudia do reach the insult. So it's nothing new to him. But he just wan make sure say he satisfy his conscience and do what is right. Muna open eye. Share this video if you never share. Share if you never share. Open your eye. Na only foolish person na im dem go tell say go hate that person. You say oh, and the person never do anything against you. But because they tell us say go hate that person, you say oh you go dey hate the person, and actually you no get one thing wey the person put against am. Make you go check, do check. No follow wetin people dey talk. Go do check to check whether Obaseki don offend you. If he offend you, vex am. Not because of say other man dey vex on you go by the vex. Do not follow the crowd. Check. Everybody dey downsize workers. Many decide we no dey decide. Then they reduce salary from states. APC states, many of them, I will fit name them. These same APC people who dey talk and those PM, they will never talk about those things. If you don't go inside, they don't talk out. They needed the stubborn man to leave that office and bring in a librarian that will service them against the interest of them. Obaseki no be librarian, no dey talk. You get wetin we dey call this is for our community that time when I spoke. Utuwelele. So you get man, he dey there, go dey. But he face the guy, you get the look, you think say he weak. Na lie, he know when to throw the bastards through. They arrest her kind of go prison. No freedom of expression. And if that one become president, ask yourself, wetin you want? You wey dey look this, wetin you feel? You fit talk. Na that same man, now our people because of hatred wan carry the man hand put for their own governor head. Is there any superior governor anywhere? Or are you not telling me that the people of River, not the people, the River State is not greater than Edo. We have good people here in Edo, great men and women of inestimable value. And I think we deserve the right to secure our pride and our heritage and our value system. If your government is ridiculed, you feel a laugh, you have been ridiculed. Because they don't know me and you for anywhere. Now then they know they are the character traits and the symbol of our corporate system. You are not lost in your culture because someone else wants to destroy your culture. You are lost in it because you denigrated your culture and you've given opportunity for an external force to invade and destabilize your culture as well as raise it to satisfy their whims and caprices. I am joined all on a Sunday. Look well and protect what rightfully belongs to us. In our tradition, in our belief, there is a saying that goes, "Àkómọdán lẹ̀gbẹ́gbẹ́, a máa ìwé ọ̀gbọ́n rí ọmọdán wọ àgbẹ̀wà, ròdí balẹ̀gbẹ́, ròdóhùn, èyí mẹ́tìtì ẹ̀ gbọ́." Today, a non-politician you come up for one side, want to do 8 years, be smart. And you just do one the way he say may be. No, we'll tell us say may be. Now him be the matter so. Wake up and don't be a victim of their own personal delusion. This is the much I can take this evening. I will say thank you very much for joining us. As I've earlier said, for those who did their survey, the surveys are all out. Tomorrow is public holiday, but we're going to go to Bush tomorrow. I will still go to Bush on Tuesday. Then by Wednesday, everyone should please come and pick your survey documents. And for those who want to apply for CFO, we immediately kick off from there. I want to say thank you very much for joining me. May God continue to replenish your pocket. Because when your pocket keeps increasing, you're going to buy land. And when you buy land, if I'm in your good book, I will be set to go and secure the property. It is on this note that I'm praying for you all to become an economic king. Because if you don't want your friend to be an economic king, you cannot be a friend to an economic king. May God forever bless you. Thank you very much. I am Public Stanley Usase Osa. You know, Wodi. I want to say bye for now. Good night.
Now we don't hear from Comrade Stanley Osaze Osakwenokodi. Let us know what you think for comment section. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for the hear all the things where they happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you now with this video, make you help us share them. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.